Hey there everybody, Tamer Shama here with a fantasy baseball roto clip, and today we're going to talk about Wandy Rodriguez. Not sure how many of you have been tracking what he's been doing over the last couple of months, but it has been absolutely tremendous. To put this in perspective, we have to go back to his June 24th start. At that point in the season, he was 3-10 with a 6.09 ERA going into that June 24th start. Definitely one of the biggest fantasy baseball busts from a pitching perspective up until that point of the 2010 season. Since then, however, he is 7-2 with a 1.79 ERA and a .96 WHIP in 12 starts. He has been absolutely tremendous, and he's actually been better in his last 5 starts than he has in that 12-start stretch going back to late June. In his last 5 starts, he's allowed 1 run 4 times, and in the other start, not too bad, he allowed 2 runs. So he's been even better as of late as fantasy owners are trying to make a push into the fantasy baseball playoffs. Now, we have to balance this out a little bit and throw a couple of negatives in there just to keep everybody honest. The first thing you want to look at with Wandy Rodriguez from a negative perspective is what he's done over his last 3 seasons after the All-Star break compared to before the All-Star break, because really, up until this point in the season, he had never really been a guy that had been a good post-All-Star break pitcher. In 2007, 2008, and 2009 combined, he had an ERA about a half a run higher after the All-Star break than he did before the All-Star break. So he was definitely better before the All-Star break in those 3 seasons than after. So this season he's really turned things around kind of surprisingly, but you have to definitely keep that in mind. He could go back into a slump at any time, just given what his track record has been after the All-Star break over the last 3 seasons. Another thing to keep in mind is the Astros offense. They've been pretty good over the last couple of months. Actually, since the All-Star break, they've been right in the middle of the pack as far as runs scored in the major leagues. But before the All-Star break, it was a different story. They ranked in the bottom 5 in runs scored in the major leagues. They were not a good offense at all, and they were not really giving Wandy Rodriguez a ton of run support. So you definitely have to keep that in mind. Wandy Rodriguez could continue to pitch well, but the run support may elapse, may go away, and that'll cost him some wins down the stretch. Overall, however, he's obviously been tremendous over these last couple of months. You got to keep on riding this hot streak with Wandy Rodriguez. And if he continues, he definitely could be a guy that helps a lot of fantasy baseball owners right to a fantasy baseball title. He's been that good over the last couple of months. This has been a fantasy baseball roto clip. Don't forget to check out every weekday morning, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Scott Engel and Adam Ronis on Sirius 211 XM 147. They're going to have fantasy baseball talk for you, fantasy football talk. They're going to cover all the fantasy sports in detail and really help you dominate your league with that show every weekday, Monday through Friday. Once again, this has been a fantasy baseball roto clip with Tamer Shama. I'll catch you down the road.